Days Gone's remaster version just officially got announced, but they have now released a brand new trailer for the new Days Gone's remaster version. Take a look at this one. Captured on PS5
Last
Pro.
winter, we were up on Farewell Ridge. We're watching the freaks. Thousands of them. I mean, too many to count. All I could think was every one of us, man, woman, and child, are now homeless.
Oh, that's 60 FPS. You can already see it. Or maybe 120.
We'll survive.
Remastered for PS5 and PS5 Pro.
I felt relieved. How fucked up is that? What if you could take it all back? How would if you could fix it?
You really think she's still alive? Billions of people are dead, but somehow
Wow, actually it looks very similar
We don't have hope.
to what I've already seen on the PC version. Take a look at this scene right over here. The amount of details you can see on the signboards, on the trucks, and every single text that's out there, view distance, that's actually pretty good. It looks very similar to the PC version that we currently have.
people are dead, but somehow she made it.
We don't have hope.
That looks so good. One of the best games that I've played.
Or for a future that matters. How are we fighting for?
Wow. Includes new content. Permadeath mode. Enhanced photo mode. Okay, that's good. Accessibility feature. We also have free run mode and, okay, Horde Assault. That's good. April 25. Not very long, to be honest. Obviously, a lot of people might get confused on what this Broken Road DLC is. Is it some sort of an add-on to like the story mode? Is there a sequel? What is it? Well, it's not exactly what you guys think, because this is just the name of the DLC that Sony is using in order to market the game for the upgrade that they're going to be selling on the PC version, which means that nobody's going to be buying a remastered version of Days Gone on the PC version because they already have the best version. But then on the console, that's a different game. Because on the console, they don't have like the best version of the game. So obviously they want to go for like a higher edition where they can play at 60 FPS with haptic feedbacks, ray tracing, 4K, and all that good stuff. The way that they're going to be selling this game, the remastered version, is by selling this DLC pack, which is called as the Broken Road DLC. And this DLC is going to be available on the PC version. Now, on the official PlayStation blog post, they gave a lot of information on what the remaster is going to be packed with, what are the new changes that we're going to be seeing in the new Days Gone's remaster version. Now, first off, the game is going to be built for the PlayStation 5 and PS5 Pro versions. And the remaster is basically going to be featuring improvements in terms of graphical fidelity, whereas the images are going to look much more sharper, like we've already seen in the trailer. And also there's going to be increased view distance or draw distance. Now, obviously, these are the things that we already have on the PC version of the game, and it's also going to be improving the shadow quality and lighting quality. Now, they haven't really spoken about the ray tracing because the game did not release with any ray tracing features, but then I was assuming that maybe since they're remastering the game, they could have most probably added the ray tracing feature, but unfortunately it seems like there will be no ray tracing available. It's just like improved shadows and improved lightings because we have to pay $10 in order to get this upgrade on the consoles. Now, another interesting stuff is that Sony has upgraded the audio for the game. And if you are someone that uses the Pulse 3D headphones or any 3D headphones on your PS5, then you'll obviously be able to take advantage of this because they have included something called as the Tempest 3D audio. And you're also going to be getting a VRR mode, which means that it's variable refresh rate. And this feature is only going to be available on the PS5 Pro versions, where you will be able to play the game at more than 60 frames per second, which is actually pretty good. If your monitor does support that much hertz, then you can definitely go for 120 or probably 90 FPS or whatever you're going to be getting. So it's going to be variable. It's just going to keep shifting. Or if you don't like the shift, because sometimes, you know, playing at a constant 60 FPS is going to feel much better than having your frames go all the way up and down and up and down. It kind of just feels a little more laggy or jittery when you're playing the game in like a really smooth version, and then the next second it drops down to 60. You kind of basically see the difference is what I'm meaning. Now, also the remaster version is going to be offering us a resolution upgrade and performance mode. Now, obviously, on the PS4 versions, there are not really any versions available where the game would basically run as it was designed. But right now, you're going to be getting a performance and fidelity mode, which is something that we've been seeing in most of the PS5 games. And also the DualSense is, of course, going to be getting a new update where the haptic feedbacks are going to be working for the first time with weather haptic feedbacks, which also includes not just the terrain, not just the bike sound, but you're also going to be feeling the weather and windstorms. So these are something that I don't think we usually see in most of the recent games on the PS5. And there's also a feature that is already present in games like Grand Theft Auto 5. So if you play GTA 5, the PS5 version, then you'll obviously know if you hear some sort of thunders or rain, the haptic feedbacks does incredible job. You can literally feel your environment. So something like that is also going to be breaking down. And it also works the same way in The Last of Us Part 2, the remaster, or The Last of Us remaster version, which they released for the PS5. So it's going to be very similar to that one. It seems like Sony is going too much into all of the technical aspects of the upgrades, which kind of makes your experience or the immersion into the game feel much better. Now, obviously, they've added in the accessibility mode, which I'm definitely not going to be using that mode. But then for those of you guys who like to, customize your audios or the way the UI looks or the speed of the game, you can basically just change the speed of the game, because Sony has now said that you can mess around with the contrast of the image. Also, the speed of the game, you can make it slower or faster, and you're also going to have UI narration, collectible audio clues, and also you can basically change the look of the game where your character will be blue in color and the enemies are going to look like red in color. So that's something not many people would use, but for some people who really want those accessibility features, I think this one is pretty much going to be great. Now for the main part, which is the DLC content that you're going to be getting. Now the first one that we're going to be getting is the Horde Assault, which is something very similar to what we already have in the game, because we have all these different hordes and different locations. And the sad part about Days Gone is that once you complete all of these hordes, you are not going to be able to go back and complete the same thing again. You'll have to restart the entire game, and that's just how things work. And people have always been asking for an Horde Assault mode, and for whatever reason, PlayStation never gave us that mode. But they gave a completely different mode, which is kind of like a survival mode where you have all these different waves of hordes coming after you and you just need to survive. But then this time, it seems like it's going to be more of an open world oriented stuff, where Horde Assaults are going to be offering a fresh and unexpected gameplay design to challenge your skills as you try to achieve a high score while surviving as long as possible against increased horde sizes and various other enemies. Now, they've also added in a permadeath mode, which is not something that I would definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and try, because Days Gone is a very hard game and it's basically a survival game, and obviously your survival is completely based on the kind of resources that you find in the worlds. So it's not a game that you kind of just rely on your skills in order to survive, because you need to rely on the game's RNG system in order to heal back or like survive. You need to have stamina, and all of these factors are not related to your skill set. It's completely related to what kind of resources that you're going to be finding across in the open world. So that's something, it's going to make the whole permadeath challenge extensively hard, and it's going to be very challenging. I would love to see if you guys are going to accept the challenge and complete this stuff. If someone does end up completing this, I think they're probably going to have like new trophy system, because now that they've added in the permadeath system, so obviously they need to add in a new trophy that you can collect as well. Now obviously we have some more additional content, which Ben Studios, they did not really reveal these things. I will fill you guys in with what we are exactly getting, because the Days Gone's remaster will once again be getting another game mode where you can equip your nitros in the all-new speedrun mode, and you'll need to play through the story as quick as possible with a special endgame graphic to post on the social media. But most of these things that Ben Studios is offering was already present in the base game itself, but then they're offering it with a slight more difference. So if you end up completing the main story mode in a certain given amount of time, which is going to be like a challenging time, then the reward that you're going to be getting is going to be this banner. Now I know that's not like a big deal, or it doesn't even feel worth it in order to like chase that reward, but yeah, most of the things that they've added in terms of additional content are just very pointless things, and I don't think it's really worth it if you're just getting it for the additional content, because there's nothing really worth it available here. But then if you're getting it for the visual upgrades and also the FPS boost and resolution upscaling, then I think this is going to be a worthy purchase. And now let's move on to the pricing. Now if you already own Days Gone on the PlayStation 4 version or even on the PC version, then the upgrade is going to be costing $10 United States dollars. Now if you don't own the game already, then it's going to be costing you $50 United States dollars on the PlayStation 5 as well as on the PC version. So even if you already own like a physical version of the game, then you can go ahead and insert the disc inside your PlayStation console, and then you go to the store, you'll get an option where you will be able to purchase the remastered DLC separately, and you will get the DLC in the form of digital content. So you'll basically have to download it, and when you download it, it's going to be increasing the graphical fidelity, like enhancements, full DualSense wireless controller support, a new accessibility feature, enhanced photo mode, and also 4 new game modes that is going to be added, which is 1, the Horde Assault, Survival Arcade, Permadeath, Speedrun, which is something that we already had in the game. I don't know what's really different anymore. The new upgrades when it comes to FPS, as well as the visuals and view distance. If that's something that you really care about, I think it's really a good deal. And for players who are new to Days Gone, who have never purchased the previous Days Gone version, and for all the players that are going to be pre-ordering the remaster version, you're also going to be getting these avatars which you will be able to use on your PlayStation profile. So you'll get all of these avatars. You're also going to be getting some decals inside the game, which can be used in order to spray your bike and make it look different. You can customize those things. You're going to be getting nitros and a couple of upgrades for your bikes, as well as a crossbow, and you're also going to be getting a banner. So these are like the cosmetic bonus that you're going to be getting if you end up pre-ordering the game before it launches. Obviously, it is a good news that Sony at least addressed the fact that, you know, players are kind of really wanting to play Days Gone once again, and they really love this game. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of players are going to be purchasing this game. They're going to be supporting it. And Sony is also going to be looking forward to seeing how many players are actually going to invest their money into the remaster version. And since they're relaunching it, obviously it's not going to be as good as the initial sales, but then they're also going to compare it with the Last of Us remaster sales, and they're going to see how good this one's going to be performing. So if it performs good, if it performs well, I'm pretty sure that Sony is going to decide to make a sequel for Days Gone. So we might finally have a chance in order to see a Days Gone 2 finally happening. So leave your thoughts down below in the comments. I would love to hear if you guys are going to be getting the new Days Gone remaster. I am getting it myself. I am so pumped for this game. Can't really wait to go ahead and try out this whole remaster version. I'll of course be giving you guys my honest opinions, my full review. I'll also make sure to give you guys a full comparison as to how the game is going to be looking from the base version, comparing it with the remaster version. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. It will be a very interesting conversation to have. And with that being said, if you guys are new to this channel, you should probably know that I cover not only gaming content, I also cover many different conspiracy theories and also daily affairs, news, and also we do a lot of alien UFO investigations on this channel. So basically the channel is filled with many different types of content. So if you're not interested in all of those content, then I would suggest you not to subscribe if you're just here for gaming content, because I'm going to be doing all different sorts of content. There are different types of audience on this channel. So if you want to watch all of those things and if you enjoy all the content, then make sure to go ahead. Then absolutely you are welcome to subscribe to this channel, turn the notifications on, show your boys some love. That would really mean a lot to me. And yeah, with that being said, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you guys on the next one. Until then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.